Give me a second. Okay, so I do want to talk about in term of frustrations. A lot of time that in this class, at times you're gonna feel frustrations, and frustration is normal, and you did bad on the test is normal. It's not abnormal. Okay. Yes, I know in the past all you guys being A student before, and you're not accustomed to getting a lower grade. But I will tell you, like right now, I'm helping you. The low grade that you're getting is not supposed to be a frustration. It's supposed to fuel you to do a better job. Okay, so a lot of things like we're gonna talk about simple mistakes. A lot of time you're gonna look at it as like, oh my God, this is a simple mistake. But there is no simple mistakes in terms of everything. I give a kind of football analogy, like, a lot of times just say holding down the ball, right? If you fumble, that's a major mistakes. So you have to learn not to drop the ball. Okay, so and I think Katie, we talked about the situation before about, do you talk about there was a simple mistake, and I'll kind of yell at you that says there's no simple mistake. You had to make sure you get rid of all the simple mistake because simple mistake does add up. If you make it one here, one there, yeah, it's add up compiling together, and that's gonna hurt you. But the sense of frustration I like you guys feel is pretty normal. I did it before. I got a 57 on my calculus test before the first test, the algebra test, and that sense of desperation says, it just says, I'm not as good as other people. But if you're not as good as other people, let's just get better. It's okay. It's only one test. In the end of the day, the test does not define who you are. Okay. I know all you guys are here are actually terrific students. Inside my mind, I think a lot of you guys are A students. You don't show it as an A student on the grades. But in my mind, trust me, you have an A. I cannot give it to you right now. But somewhere down the road, you will approach to get there. If I give it to you right now, it's easy to earn, also easy to lose. Okay, so make sure you stay on top of things, do on top of work, stay fearless. Don't worry about this award problem. A lot of time, like when we start talk about related rate, you hear the ground like says, "Oh my God, a word problem. I cannot do it." But look, you guys accomplish a lot. Look at Dashan, right? Got a only missed one small parts, and look at Katie, look at Dev. They all did it. Kevin, um, even like Trevor, he trying to catch up a whole week of the related rate in one day, and he passed, and that was a very very impressive. So you guys gotta know that you are accomplishing a lot of things, and you will do well. Okay, but you have to stay confident. You cannot be deflated. A lot of time, life will hit you in a different way. You have to learn to stand back up. You have to get back up and you fight again. And what defines you is how you stand up and fight again. It's not what defines you. You fail a test or you got an A on the test. Even you got an A on the test, you should not be happy about it. You should say, there's things I can do better. I can take even harder questions. I can challenge myself even harder, drive myself even better. I have two volleyball players this morning. They say they lost a game yesterday. They were very deflated. The loss should drive you harder. It should fuel you harder. Should inspire you to work harder. You look at Michael Jordan. He got cut in sophomore year. Sophomore year, he got cut from a basketball team. At junior year, he's All American. And 10 years after that, he was the best player in the world. But it never happened. It never happened if he wouldn't get caught. If the coach didn't cut him, he would never become a best basketball player. Why? Because he probably not gonna work as hard. So most of you guys need to learn to adopt and to work harder. A failure is not a failure. A failure is you fail and you not stand back up to work harder. A lot of you guys say small mistake. Fix those small mistakes. It compile everything together. Even a small sign mistake. Even you place the location wrong. We talked about that yesterday at the tutoring. You place the 6 here and you place the 8 there. Yes, it's unfortunate. Yes. But that also, you gotta remember for the rest of your life says, look, I have to label my stuff right. Everything it hurts me to give you a bad grade, but I know it's for the long term, it's for the better purpose. And I believe all you guys will stand back up, and I believe all you guys will start doing well. And I do think like a lot of you guys will end up passing the AP exam with a high score. And that's what it matters, because that's a matter is down like you're gonna save a lot of money for getting college credit. But we're gonna continue pushing until the rest of the year. You should work harder and harder and harder and harder each time. I have seen in the past my old student is they are struggling like this moment, and they start work harder and harder each day, and eventually they did impossible things. I have some student got a 5 when in beginning of the year I told them you should leave my class. Yeah, they proved me wrong. And that's the things I want them to do. It's not the things I ask you to leave the class. Okay, I'll leave the class because I'm not good enough. No, I ask you to see if you have that strength to pull yourself through. And some of you guys, I encourage you guys to stay because I see you have the strength. You just haven't discovered identity yet. It takes time. It takes some time to get there. Okay, so my whole goal to make you feel, not make you feel bad. I want to make you feel better about yourself, and you stand back up each time you stand back up. I failed multiple times in life. And I failed at teaching on something before. And it doesn't make me a bad teacher. It made me a better teacher because I failed at something. Make you better too as a student. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay.